Can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat, Sleep, Boxing, Repeat.
Welcome back to ESBR Boxing in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk. Delighted as always to be joined by Greg and Niall. This is a final prediction video for the fight taking place at £154 between Israil Madrimov and Vergil Ortiz, taking place this Saturday night in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as part of probably the greatest card that any of us will ever see in our lifetimes. Greg, Niall, good to be joined by you. Apologies for putting both of you on this sort of video. I know it's a really tricky one, and it's maybe a sort of fight a lot of people are going to kind of toss a coin over who they think is going to win. But yeah, we're actually going to kind of dive into it a little bit and throw a few opinions around. Greg, I'll go to you. I'll go to you first. Respect, this is just a really tough one. But I'm going to go to you anyway. What's your final prediction for this fight?
Yeah, great to speak to you guys as always. Have we ever had any of the group on the show where their final prediction is just the fight to go the distance?
Mm.
Can I sit on the fence with that? No, you aren't going to let me, are you? It's a really, really tough one. I can't forward any more what Elliot said there. I couldn't add any more to it. If I'm going my gut, I just think Madrimov might be a little bit too clever for him and win a close points decision. But like we say, guys, I'm not overly confident. It's possibly the tightest fight of the night.
Yeah, I just think there's a limit. I'm almost lost for words because I can't say what if this happens? What if that happens? What are your thoughts on this? Because I think this is the hardest fight to call on the night, even harder than Beterbiev Bivol in my opinion. You can see both fighters winning, each fighter winning, and each fighter just has done so many impressive things in their career. No, I'll go to you next. What is your final prediction here?
Yeah, it's incredibly tough, as you say. Probably outside the main event, the hardest fight of the night to call, and that says a lot on this card. But I'm gonna sound like a parrot now with Greg, but I agree with pretty much everything he says. I think what it comes down to is Madrimov being a bit too well schooled for Ortiz, in my opinion, a bit too kind of technically clever. I think he's going to win a points decision for me, but I'm not overly confident on that at all. You know, last time out, we might discuss it a bit more, but both fighters kind of proved so much to me. You know, you had Ortiz against Boatruk, who proved that he can dig in. You know, when he's not just bowling people over, he can dig in and have a phone booth war. It was an incredible fight. You know, he has a chin on him. Boatruk, a big puncher. Obviously, I don't think Madrimov is going to fight as kind of recklessly as Boatruk is there, but Madrimov proved last time out against the pound for pound great that he can give more than a good account of himself. So they both proved a lot to me the last time out, but I'm going for Madrimov just on the kind of being a bit too well schooled and a bit too versatile for Vergil Ortiz.
Yeah, and I think one thing I will add is that although the odds are dead even in this fight, however, I just think when you're looking at form, Madrimov, a lot of people thought Madrimov beat Terence Crawford in his last fight, which would be obviously be an incredible win. Well, as Vergil Ortiz won his last fight as well, it was a majority decision, got knocked down twice, and he's going in with someone who can really punch again. So I'm a little bit surprised that Madrimov isn't the slight favourite here, if I'm honest, just based on what happened in their previous fights. But you can't look into that. You kind of need to look at the bigger picture. I'll join you chaps with giving a final prediction. My gut feeling is got to be Ortiz here. I just think he's just his kind of he's just it's that more experience as a pro, and I just think Madrimov is such a fantastic fighter, but I just think Ortiz has more experience in the later rounds, and I just think he's a bit of a beast, to be honest. Ortiz, I think Ortiz is the best fighter at 154, but we'll see. I'm not gonna claim to have a huge amount of confidence when saying that, but that is my final prediction. One more thing before we go, chaps. Our partners, Sharp Betting, have ran a daily poll for who's going to win each of these fights. Unsurprisingly, this fight has been really, really kind of incredibly difficult to call. 57% of people are going for Israil Madrimov to win this fight. Vergil Ortiz, 43%. I'm not sure if you're able to vote on the draw. I'm not sure. And after all this, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see a draw. Noel, if I could just get you to comment on that. Very close, but people are slightly edging towards Israil Madrimov on the poll that Sharp Betting have put out.
Sorry, your connection just went there. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, no worries at all. 57% of the people on Sharp Betting's poll have gone for Israil Madrimov to win this fight. 43% have gone for Vergil Ortiz to win this fight. If I could just get you to kind of comment on that. It's obviously a very close poll, but yeah, a little amount of people are going for Madrimov to win this fight rather than Ortiz.
Yeah, it's very close poll. To be honest with you, I think it could be even closer with kind of my thoughts on it and our thoughts talking. I think it could be close to a 50-50 as you can get. I have to agree with the poll in terms of the fact that I think Madrimov will win, but it's too close to kind of, as we were saying, find value in it. I do like the point that you brought up though, Elliot, that maybe uh, Ortiz's experience as a pro could be telling here, to be honest with you. I said they both kind of learned. I learned something about both of them last time out, for different reasons, but Ortiz's experience in the professional ranks could be huge here. But yeah, it's worthy of being that close in the polls, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I think a comparison to be made. I'm just looking at the polls now, 2 days out from fight night. When you compare it to another fight that's really difficult to call, Beterbiev versus Bivol, 68% of people are going for Bivol to win this fight on this poll. So that is a significant change in a fight that was obviously very close last time and is difficult to call this time. Greg, I'll leave things with you. Yeah. Just your thoughts on people who have voted on this poll. More people going towards Madrimov.
Yeah, I think, guys, the sharp betting poll, it kind of sums this fight up perfectly, and I'm going to probably agree with Niall. I think I'd even have it closer again than that, but it's true because as I'm sitting here giving you that prediction, my head's all over the place with it. I think Ortiz can hurt Madrimov. I think he punches like a mule. I think that he will start the fight a lot faster than Madrimov, and Madrimov needs to be careful not to let himself go too far behind on the cards and leave enough there to pick up rounds and win the fight. So yeah, I can't disagree with that poll. I think it's the hardest fight of the night to call. That along with Bivol and Beterbiev, I don't see that 68% to Bivol, although I just slightly favour Bivol to win the fight. But yeah, I think it's the hardest fight of the night to call. I think both guys are not going to fight anyone as good as each other in terms of style. I get that Madrimov fought Crawford. You can't fight anyone better in boxing. But as he fought a wild man who punches extremely hard, who's going to be going for you every minute of the fight, no, not for me, has. So, yeah, I think that poll, it sums it all up, guys.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a fantastic fight, but I think we're leaving this video maybe the same way we've come into it. I don't think any of us are super confident, but we'll see. Like, I just think it's one of those fights where you feel like anything could happen in the sense that either fighter could win by stoppage, and either fighter could win on points. I don't think you can rule anything out, but we'll see. I'm really looking forward to it. It's got the potential to be fight of the night, but really any of these fights has the potential to be fight of the night. Greg, Niall, good to be joined by you as always. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your final predictions, and I'll speak to both of you again very, very soon.
Thanks,
Cheers,
guys.
take care.